Pure joy. Pure joy. Pure joy.
Hey everyone, we're back here in the Joy Lounge with PJ's Pure Joy podcast. Thank you so much for coming. You know how I love to bring you encouragement and edifying empowerment and educational information that really lifts you up. And so this next guest I have today is an amazing young woman who is an amazing musician herself, but she has a company called The Dramatic Rabbit. I bet you're wondering what The Dramatic Rabbit is. We all are, right? Well, she is a piano service professional. She tunes them, services them, and we're going to talk more about that in just a minute. First, I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, of course, AFP, Americans for Prosperity, who gives the community a voice and a platform to have their concerns heard, to have their voices heard in the policy process. So our legislators do whatever they want unless they hear from us people. So we got to let them know how we feel about what's going on so that we can protect our freedoms, protect our prosperity. So Americans for prosperity.com. It's Nevada, Americans for Prosperity, Nevada. And you'll want to see if you can volunteer in any way. We have a women's group. We have all sorts of different petitions going. We have fought for some pretty incredible things and helped get some pretty incredible things done, and I'm sure you want to be a part of that. And then my other sponsor, of course, we did an interview with them. Hopefully you got to see it. Was bizlyapp.com, bizlyapp.com/PJ. Set up your free demo. If you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, a nonprofit, you'll want to take a look at bizlyapp.com/PJ. It's every type of software any business would ever need, all in one tab. You don't have to go here, there, and everywhere to get your work done. And it costs pennies on the dollar for what it would cost you to buy all these different softwares. So bizlyapp.com/PJ, and we'll get right into this chat with Erin Bolger. I keep wanting to call you Calkins. No. Erin Bolger. Erin Bolger is Dramatic Rabbit and an amazing musician herself. Her voice is so wonderful, and she services pianos. So first off, I wanted to ask you, Erin, when did you start playing piano yourself?
I've been playing piano since I was 7 years old.
7?
I am not as proficient as I should be for the amount of time that I've played, but I have played that long.
Wow. And were you singing then too?
Yes, I've always sang and played piano.
Wow. So how did you know that you had that talent? How did it come out?
Well, when I was 7, I asked my mom to do piano lessons. And I went to my music teacher's house, who I'm still friends with.
Wow.
I'm still friends with her. They were just in town. And I saw her piano. She had a black baby grand piano. I don't remember what the brand was. And I knew that that's what I wanted to do the rest of my life since I was 7 years old.
At 7 years old.
So I thought it was going to be as a professional performer. I am not, but I'm still working with pianos to this day.
Wow, that's very cool. And so at what point did you go from being a musician, playing piano and singing, to actually servicing pianos and tuning pianos?
Yeah. So I've been doing the business Dramatic Rabbit as a piano technician for over 10 years now, which is crazy when you think about it, because a lot of people ask me, well, how long have you been doing this? And it's honestly been over 10 years.
Wow.
That transition was when we moved to Vegas. We're originally from Oregon. My dad was in the military, so we moved a few times. He bought me a piano. We went to the piano store, and I met a technician at the store that day. And this was right about the time I was graduating high school. And she came and tuned the piano at our house, and I was watching her work, and she was telling me about piano tuning. And I had considered it. It was on my radar. So I was watching her work, and then she invited me to come to Piano Technicians Guild meetings, and I've been a member of the Piano Technicians Guild that same length of time, and I've done mentorship, apprenticeship since then.
So was your training through them?
Yes, it was that and a combination. Like, there's a lot of self-study and a lot of, learning on the job, which is not my favorite answer, but that is the way it is.
Yeah. Experience is the best teacher sometimes.
Yes. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, that was that transition.
Interesting. So how long do you feel that your training took?
I would say I was doing college classes at the same time I was studying piano tuning, so it wasn't like full time. If I were like focusing on it full time, I would probably say I could have gone from not tuning pianos to being able to tune pianos at least within about a year. My journey was longer than that because I had other things
right.
going at the same time.
Right.
But proficiency is kind of hard to measure, you
Right.
know.
Sure, sure. And so you've done some pretty famous people, celebrities pianos too, haven't you?
Sometimes, yes.
You want to tell some of the pianos you've worked on?
Let's see. I had no idea, but I did. I had no idea until later, but I did do a piano tuning for Celine Dion in the recording studio up in the Palms. Famous people. You know, sometimes you don't always know who's famous until
Right.
later.
Well, and they don't. That doesn't really matter whether famous people don't matter.
Yeah.
But what was like your most intriguing piano you ever worked on? What was one of your favorite jobs you've ever done?
Favorite jobs. I'll say the one that I did recently, which wasn't, you know, glamorous in any way, shape, or form. But there was this lady, she hadn't had her piano worked on in a long time. It was from her mother. It's the piano she grew up playing on, and she just hadn't had it worked on. And honestly, the piano had literally survived a fire.
Wow.
Which I was shocked. And as soon as I looked at it, I was checking it out, and I said, you know, I really can't make any guarantees. And I don't like saying that to people, but I was like, I can't make any guarantees, but I'll try. And she's like, well, you know, that's more than other people have done, so let's try. So I was able to tune it, and actually it was for her daughter's birthday, and her daughter's playing, and
That's a third generation on that piano.
yeah, I was amazed. I literally took a picture because you can see like that it had smoke damage, and it was tunable, and I was able to get it living again for that family, and that made me really happy.
That sounds very rewarding.
Yes.
Very fulfilling.
Yes.
Absolutely. So if you could share with us how the name Dramatic Rabbit came about.
I can't pinpoint the exact moment, but Dramatic Rabbit is bigger than the piano tuning. It's the purpose of Dramatic Rabbit is to be a business cooperative to help people start small businesses that are easily reproducible. I'm currently focusing on the piano side of the business, but ideally I would love to be able to help people start small businesses, and I figured the best way to do that is for me to go through the whole process myself, learn everything I can learn. But we have previously helped launch a coffee shop for our friends, and they got that experience that they said literally we wouldn't have done this otherwise. So
That's wonderful.
Dramatic Rabbit is intended to be a business cooperative because rabbits are easily reproducible. So hence the name Dramatic Rabbit.
That's great. I love that. I love that. You know, collaboration is my thing, you know.
Yes.
So that's a wonderful, I never really got that full picture before from you.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So explain your piano business, all the different aspects of your piano business.
Yeah, so I've been doing this over 10 years now. I am one of, I believe, 4 registered piano technicians. So I have been doing training, mentorship for years, but over the last 2 years, I finished taking a series of tests. There are 3 tests to become a registered piano technician with the Piano Technicians Guild, and it's pretty intense. It's like you have to do, know how to tune the piano by ear within certain time frames. You have to do all these repairs. And I took 2 of the tests while 9 months pregnant, including a multiple hour test that involved,
Wow.
Super tedious repairs under super strict time limits. And then I took the final exam, which is the tuning exam, and then I was nursing the baby in between sections of the test. So that was the grace of God. So I'm a registered piano technician. We have our chapter here for the Piano Technicians Guild is amazing. We actually have several women in our chapter, which is pretty unusual at large for piano technicians. Usually piano technicians are men. But I think overall that's changing a little bit, but it's definitely still a little bit at a time.
Right. Wow, that's incredible. And so you service them as well. What does that mean? Servicing a piano and tuning a piano are two different things, right?
Right. So, for example, I had a job yesterday. The piano had been in storage for 10 years. They just now got it out of storage because they're done moving around. And it's always usually just scheduled for tuning, and it's hardly ever just tuning, especially if it's been a long time. So I'll tune the piano, I'll bring it up to pitch to a 440, and then if it needs anything else, like this key is sticking, I'll go through and make sure everything's feeling nice, working nice.
So you do replace parts?
I replace parts if I have to.
So it doesn't happen that often, though.
Usually I try and fix things before I replace things. Sometimes you just do have to replace parts.
Right.
I had a job. This was maybe one of the most stressful situations. I was doing a piano tuning at the Palms, and it was for a UFC fight because one of the fighters wanted the piano to be played during his entrance, which
interesting.
that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Again, it was scheduled to be a tuning, and it wasn't just a tuning because the piano hadn't been serviced. So I did tune it, and I fixed everything that it needed. And they're literally like setting up cameras because it's a sports event, and then a string breaks.
Oh, my goodness.
And I literally, like, on camera had to replace a string. Fortunately, I had everything with me, but that was pretty stressful.
Did you get to keep that footage? Did they
No,
send you? Oh, that would have been cool footage
I
for
don't
you.
think they were actively filming. They were just setting up the cameras.
Oh,
But
that would have been neat to see.
that would have been really fun. But that was pretty stressful. So yeah, I can fix
Repair, fix,
most things.
tune.
I'm not yet doing rebuilding, but that's something I'm considering getting into. Like repairing an entire piano that really needs like everything to be fixed. But if I can't do it, I can find somebody who can. So
Right.
I'm like a full service technician. Like if I can't do it, I will find somebody who can do it for you because my job is to help people.
Sure. And then you also sell refurbished pianos?
Yes. So that's a recent expansion as of about a year. So I'm launching Atomic Pianos.
Atomic Pianos.
I am purchasing and repairing and reselling. My desire with this was I kept going to people's houses and they said, I got this piano for free on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, this wasn't even worth it. Like, it's not even good as a free piano.
Yeah.
Or they spent too much for something that wasn't in good condition and then they had to pay me additionally to make it work. So I want to get people quality refurbished pianos that it doesn't break the bank. We have some beautiful piano stores here, but that isn't always the right price point for everyone.
Right.
So I'm trying to make it an approachable price point for people, but they're still getting full service. So I'm repairing, refurbishing, and then my price includes moving and your first tuning for free.
Interesting. Moving, so you're delivering
Yes.
the pianos if they
Yes.
buy it.
And I'm shopping for you. Like I have a client right now that I'm shopping for. She says I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to find that for you. So I found it for her. She's going to be picking it up from me next month. So it's like it's a total curated service for pianos that's still much more affordable price point than trying to buy a brand new piano.
That's wonderful. How did you come up with that idea?
I think I just got tired of servicing really bad pianos and seeing people not get something, that they could have gotten something better.
Yeah, you feel like they got ripped off.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's so bad. Yeah. Well, what is your favorite part of your Dramatic Rabbit business and the piano aspect? Now that we know that Dramatic Rabbit is more than just pianos, but it's a co-op for small businesses.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know. I do too. That's why I need to learn everything I need to learn. I think some of what I've learned is I feel like the repairing and servicing pianos, it's like an inherently redemptive thing. It's like I'm going into people's houses, and where, you know, the instrument is kind of in a state of chaos to some degree, I'm bringing order into chaos to even a very small amount in people's lives.
Right.
And hopefully, in a lot of cases, you know, bringing them joy with that. Like, wow, I literally haven't been able to play this, and now it's a musical instrument again, and it
Yes.
sounds amazing, and it brings people joy. So I love that. I think that, yes, it's inherently redemptive, and I think almost everything can be redeemed with music, with pianos. I'm
Right,
like, okay, I
right.
think this is fixable. I'm gonna, like I said, you know, with that piano that was literally in a fire, I'm like, I'm at least gonna try.
So tell our viewers about your new worship music that got published.
Oh yeah. So I'm also a singer and songwriter. Like I said, I'm not like some people who are real professional musicians, but I do write and record music. I came out with an album over my birthday in November, and it's called See Jesus, and I think there's like 7 songs on there, and it's all original songs. One of them is a cover, but I got a new piano, new to me. It's kind of damaged on the outside, but the inside sounds amazing, so I love playing it. So we actually recorded it at my house, which I love recording in our living room.
Yes, I've been in her living room many times, and it is an incredible sanctuary space and an incredible place for music.
Yes.
So was it? Were you inspired to write your own songs because of that piano, or did you have the music going and then that piano came along?
Yes, I already had those songs, and then I finally got the right piano to record on.
Oh my gosh, so it all just came together
yeah.
for your birthday.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yes.
So cool. So let's wrap this up with, if you have a call to action or what people should look out for when they're looking for a piano, let them know that, and then also how to get in touch with you.
Yeah, so if you're shopping for pianos, I can do the evaluation and fix everything for you with Atomic Pianos. You can contact me via my website, dramaticrabbit.com or atomicpianos.com. It'll take you.
So you have both?
It'll take you to the same place. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
same website. And then my phone number is 702-200-1980.
Wow.
My Instagram is, I'm also Dramatic Rabbit on Instagram. And I was posting a lot of piano-related things there I had to take a break, but there's still a lot of piano-related things on there if you want to check that out.
Wonderful. And do you have a call to action or an inspirational quote about pianos that you want to share? Or what to look out for? when
Well,
looking
look out for free piano.
Yeah. And then call Erin.
And then-
to fix
and
them
then
for
call.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
But if you know anybody who wants a piano, maybe they don't need to go looking for one. Maybe it might be one that
Yes,
that you have on hand that you've
seriously.
refurbished.
That is true. I have 2 right now that are for sale. One of them I actually really love, probably more than I should for a piano that I'm selling, but it's a 1960 Yamaha U1, and it's in a cherry finish, and it's actually really, really beautiful, and it's like I've put a ton of work into it, so it's at a great price point, and I want somebody to love the heck out of it.
Wow, it sounds wonderful. It sounds so beautiful. And it might be for you. Are you looking for a piano? Have you been wanting a piano? It might be time for you to get your piano. So thank you so much, Erin. I'm so happy that you got to come on and tell us more about Dramatic Rabbit and Atomic Pianos.
Yes.
And I just love you so much, and I love your talent, and I just think you're so amazing.
Thank you.
And all of you are amazing. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Joy Lounge for PJ's Pure Joy podcast. And I want you to remember to please put in the comments what your experience with pianos is, or what kind of piano you might be looking for. And be sure to subscribe and like and share this episode with anybody you know of that is into music and pianos themselves as well. So thank you so much again, and enjoy.
Thanks.
Pure Joy. pure joy.